Hello everyone, thank you for joining on my another live stream today. So this is 28th of February and this is on Sunday. So let's get started. Let me get ready real quick. Hello everyone, thank you for joining. Good to see you here, everyone. Oh, I see one new member to Ichimoku community. Fun, new one. Thank you for joining on this Ichimoku community. Looks like he rejoined because I see the green badge on him. So thank you for rejoining this Ichimoku community. Welcome back. Okay, so Karim Christopher, Super Cat, and Asif, Rustalan, Milin, Anthony, Alpar, Mikidomo, Roger Ray, Tuan, Noel, TikTok Lover. Thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you here. Thank you for joining on this relaxing Sunday. So every Sundays I do the weekly forecast by Ichimoku. So we'll check some charts in Forex pairs and commodities and indexes. And also let's review a couple of news next week. Okay, so before starting anything here, just a quick disclaimer. This is based on my experience and knowledge, so please take trades within risk. Alright, thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you here. Very nice to see you here. Ichimoku Communications. Let's rock. Yep. Let's go for it. Yeah. Alright, thank you for joining from different places, everyone. Indonesia and Netherlands, and I'm from Japan, Tokyo, and this is like a Ichimoku summit, so to speak. We talk about markets by Ichimoku today as well. So let me pick up some pairs today. I think the first one that I will talk about is Euro Dollar here. So this is a monthly chart because every month end in the beginning of the month I check monthly chart. Every weekends and new week I check weekly charts, and every day end and new day I check daily charts. Because these are the timings when these time frame candles close. So make sure you check bigger pictures all the time. You have to have bird's eye view always before going into details of market. So in that sense, let's check weekly and monthly chart today. So here is the Euro Dollar monthly chart, and this is ranging per Ichimoku because Kumo is Senko span A is up but B is flat, and this is still very tiny and flat Kumo here. And the Kijun Sen below the Kumo still, and Chikou span still in the Kumo here, so this is flat ranging. Let me squeeze a chart like this, and we can find that this is in a P wave in this bigger scope. The highs are lower and the lows are higher, and this is in the P wave. And looks like the market is breaking upwards this way, and simply because the Tenkan Sen is above the Kijun Sen now. But as per direction, this is flat still, because all these lines, the Kumo is still tiny, very flat, and also Kijun Sen flat. Tenkan Sen is up because this is uptrending in this short term, but it might be resisted and the market might go down this way. Or if it breaks above this trend line, then it can continue to go up this way, because that will be when the Chikou span breaks the Kumo here. So this might happen next week as well, or next month as well. So we'll keep an eye on this one. Yep, thank you for joining everyone once again. Good to see you, good to see you. Yep. Number Darrell, Amir, David, CG, LA, Ahmad, Muhammad, Nifty, Brian, Kuyet, Johan, thank you for joining. As a moderator, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Alright, Golam, Pinzar, Ray, Giorgio, good to see you as always. Alright, Euro JP trending up, and USD JP trending up also. Yeah, let's check these charts soon. So yeah, as per monthly chart on this Euro dollar, this is flat ranging the P wave. So let's break it down to weekly. Weekly also shows that this is ranging flat because the Kumo flat and Kijun Sen flat too. And the market has been consolidating now. But once again, it can break above the previous high at this 1.235 level on this weekly basis because this is still in the uptrend on this N wave. And a couple of weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, the market was supported by this Kijun Sen. So there is a potential N wave form a couple of weeks to the future. So yeah, I will look at the daily chart and forward chart to take trades, but I expect the market to go up in a bigger scope in this case. So that's Euro dollar. And let's move on to Euro JP. Starting from the monthly chart, Euro JP, this is also range because the price is exactly in the Kumo here. But in the short term, in weekly chart, this is uptrending because this is on the N wave, on this bullish N wave, so it can continue to go up this way. Yeah, but as per monthly chart, this is flat, so that means this might be resisted by this Senko span B, and it might go downwards. But one thing is that the Kumo is uptrending. We see Senko span B up, A up, and Kijun Sen is uptrending now. And Chikou span just broke the candles. So as for the monthly chart, it can break the Kumo upwards this way. So in this higher time frame, this is uptrending, bullish. So let's check the weekly chart. Yeah, and the weekly chart shows uptrending nicely because the Kumo's up and Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen up and Chikou span above the candles. And make sure that there is no previous high at this 129.96 level or exact number of 130. Hold on, let's see. Let me enable these lines here. Let me delete these lines and redo. So the market last week resisted by this exact number of 130 or slightly below this exact number. And there was a previous high over here from the week of 5th of November 2018. So looks like that's why the market resisted here. But Kumo shows up trending, and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen again shows up trending, and Chikou span above the candles. So although last week, towards the end of last week, it retraced backwards, there's a potential uptrend still and breaks the exact number here next week. And the market has been supported by this Tenkan Sen nicely on this weekly chart, so it can continuously be uptrending. But once the market breaks the Tenkan Sen on the weekly chart, then it might be a downtrending or ranging. So we better not to look for buy chance anymore. So that's the Euro JP here. Briefly touching this daily chart, we had the week high from 25th of February, and last Friday we traced backwards. But still, the market is above the Tenkan-sen here, technically, or it slightly broke the Tenkan-sen, but next Monday opening, the start price might be above the Tenkan-sen. So on the daily chart also, it's been supported by the Tenkan-sen, so it can continuously go up this way. So I will be looking for a buy chance on the Euro JP next week. Yeah, and let's check the next one, USD JP. And I have lots of drawings, but let me start look at the monthly time frame and see how it behaves, because this is the end of the month. So tomorrow there will be new candle on this monthly chart. So as per monthly on this USD JP, it's flat ranging, the Kumo flat and Kijun Sen's down, but Chikou span is touching on the previous candle. So until the Chikou span comes below the candles and below the Kumo, this might not gonna be the downtrend yet. Last 2 months has been uptrending, and so it might be resisted by this Kijun Sen and go down this way. So better to wait for the Chikou span break of the Kumo Senko span B and look to short. And as per weekly chart, retracing backwards and the price is into the Kumo now, but the Kumo flat and Kijun Sen is going down, Tenkan Sen are moving up, and this is the divergence between Tenkan Sen and Kijun Sen. So basically this is range, and Chikou span is still with the candles, so this is a range market. So it might be resisted by the Kumo and go down, or it might break the Kumo upwards, and we don't know which way it's going. So in this case, I would wait for the next trending market, or I look at the lower time frame, daily chart or 4-hour chart, to capture the trend direction. Yeah, thank you for joining everyone, good to see you. Yeah, Euro Pound, let's check that one next. Alright, Dan, Elio, thank you for joining. H. Bashart, Tanapol, Bupen, Sainan, and Paul, Muchuno Frank, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. Alright, Red, good to see you too. So, let's check the Euro Pound next. So, Euro Pound on the monthly chart and see what's happening. Okay, now it's going into the Kumo here, and this is in a complete range market. We see Kumo flat, very tiny and thin Kumo here, so this is very thin, too tiny. And also Kijun Sen has been flat on the monthly chart, and Chikou span with the candles, so this is ranging, so there is no trend at this stage right now as per monthly chart. But one thing that is interesting on this monthly is that the Chikou span has been with the candles, and it's kind of tracing the past candlestick move here. So now Chikou span has been sloping down along with 26 candles before. So it might continue to go down next month. So the next month might be bearish, and it might turn bullish afterwards, if Chikou span keep tracing the past candles like this way. And with that in mind, I look at the weekly chart. So it might go down as per weekly on the Chikou span tracing, and then weekly chart shows downtrending, we see Tenkan Kijun down and Chikou span below the candles, and it's about to break the Kumo. So this is downtrending. Last week was the doji candle. So to be safer, I will wait for the break at the previous low on this 0.8542 area. A breakout, then look for a sell chance then. And if it breaks down, then the Kumo should go down too. Now that this Senko span B is up and Senko span A is down, and this is a sign of range, so it might retrace backwards. But once the market breaks down at the previous support, then that will also make the Kumo down too. And I think that will be a great time to buy. So next week I wait for the breakout at this 0.8542 area. Alright. Yeah, let me come back to your answers later after I do these analysis on these pairs. Yep, thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you. Good to see you here. So let's move on to the next one. The next one that I would like to pick is a pound dollar. The pound dollar monthly chart is now about to break the Kumo here. Last month, the market was resisted by this Senko span B, and this is in the Kumo now. But we see Kumo twist over here. This Kumo is still tiny, but we have the Kumo twist here, and also Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen both uptrending, and Chikou span above the candles. So it might continuously go up this way. And once the monthly market breaks the Kumo, then what happens in the weekly chart is the continuous uptrend. So we see Kumo up, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen up, and Chikou span above the candles too. So this is a stable uptrend. And make sure that we have, if we have the previous high level at the on this wick high, 1.4243 level. And yes, we have the wick high over here from the 22nd of January and the 16th of April in 2018. We have double top over here, and looks like that's why the market was resisted at this level. So to be safer, I will wait for the breakout and we'll look for the buy chance afterwards, or retest and look for to buy. But I still expect the market breaks above because these Ichimoku lines still showing uptrend. So that's one thing that we have to take note. Yep, so the wick high from the 16th April in 2018 will be 1.438 level. So the market might consolidate or might retest at this level a couple of times and then finally breaks out this way too. So that's the pound dollar here. And let's check the pound JP. The pound JP monthly chart is also in the Kumo here, but this one is weaker in its uptrend because we don't see the Kumo twist yet. On the pound dollar here, on the monthly chart, the price is about to break the Kumo, and also the Kumo twisted bullish. But on pound JP, the Kumo hasn't twisted yet, and the price is still in the Kumo here. So that means there is a better chance that the market will be resisted at the previous high at exact number of 150 level and goes backwards in the Kumo. So with that in mind, I look at the weekly chart, and yet the weekly chart shows uptrending, but we have the wick high from last week. There was a wick high, so this might be resisted and initially goes backwards. So if the market is going to be supported by this Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen, then I think it's going to break above. But if it doesn't happen, let's say the market breaks the Kijun-sen, then it might retrace backwards to the Kumo. So we cannot look for buy chance anymore if it happens. Right now it's bullish, so I will still look for the buy chance, but if it happens, if the market retraces from the exact number of 150, then I won't look for the buy chance anymore. Because this is weaker and it's uptrending than pound dollar. I would prefer to look for the buy chance on pound dollar, the pound JP, because of these Ichimoku lines. And let's check some Aussie pairs. So first Aussie dollar, let's check this one and the monthly chart. So what we see here is that the let me delete these lines. Yeah, Aussie dollar is about to break the Kumo here. So if it happens, then that will be a continuous uptrend. Now we have a Kumo twist, Tenkan Kijun Gold Cross, and Chikou span breakout too. So in this monthly chart, if the Kumo breakout happens sometime couple of months to the future, then I think that will be a good buy chance. I mean, that will be continuously uptrending. And let's check the weekly chart. The weekly shows a nice uptrending. Kumo is up, and Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. So last week was the outside bar. We see the outside bar because the previous week's candle high and low has been engulfing the previous candle. So I wait for the week breakout of the exact number of 0.8 number. So if the market breaks the 0.8, then I think it continues to go up. But if the market breaks the previous low or the weekly candle at this 0.7688 level, then I won't look for buy chance anymore. Yeah, I think that will be the analysis on this one. So outside bar, if you see this outside bar on any time frames, I better wait for the breakout. So weekly chart is like that, and let's see the daily chart. So in the daily chart, we see retracement and the Kumo flat, Kumo Senkou span A retracing, Senkou span A retracing, Kijun Sen flat, Tenkan Sen is going backwards, and Chikou span is into the candles. So to expect the breakout of this exact number of 0.8 level, we have to see the N wave. Next week or next week, we have to see N wave on the daily chart, and Kumo should go up, and Kijun Sen should also go up this way, and Chikou span should come above the candles, and then that will be a buy chance. And I will expect the market breaks the previous high. Otherwise, it's gonna keep consolidating, and I don't think we're gonna see trends next week. And once it breaks the previous low on the weekly chart, then the market on the daily chart will go into the Kumo, and there will be no trend. That will be the range. So not a good timing anymore to look for the buy chance. Yep. Thank you for the questions. I will come back to these questions after I do these analysis first, so that for those who watch archive, can forecast my analysis first. So yeah, let's move on to Aussie JP. So Aussie JP here in the monthly chart. This is in the Kumo also. Yeah, the market is exactly in the Kumo here, but we see Kumo twisted bullish, and we have Tenkan Kijun Gold Cross below the Kumo. So if we see Chikou span break and Kumo breakout that will be a buy chance. But as compared to the Aussie dollar, this is still too far. You see Aussie dollar monthly chart, this is about to break the Kumo. And also Kumo is very thin here. Kumo is thinner than the Aussie JP. You see Aussie JP Kumo is a bit thicker than the AUD Aussie dollar here. So I think it's gonna take a bit more time to break, or it might be going down this way. In fact, there was a previous high level over here. So we have the week high from the previous month of February, and it might go down this way, or it might consolidate in the Kumo and breaks above or below the Kumo. So yeah, to make the long story short, in monthly chart this is still ranging, so I don't think there's a trend in this case. And let's check the weekly chart. Alright, as for weekly chart, this is uptrending. It's up because you know the Kumo up and Kijun Sen Tenkan-sen up and Chikou span above the candles. So Aussie JP looks to be a nice uptrending. And as per the price action here, let me delete these lines first. Yeah, as for price action, we have the week high, the pin bar, and this is bearish candle from last week. But the price is still above the Tenkan-sen, so there's a good chance that the market will be supported by the Tenkan-sen and continues to go up this way. That's my analysis on this one. Alright, so that covers these Forex pairs for today. So let me talk about the gold. I think the gold, lots of traders are interested in gold, so let me talk about this one. So first, let me check the monthly chart, weekly chart, and then we look at the daily chart. So in monthly, this is still uptrending because the Kumo is up. We see Kumo Senko span B flat, but Senko span A is up, and Kijun Sen is moving up, and Chikou span above the candles. So as per monthly chart basis, in this bigger scope on the gold, this is uptrending. So although I see the reversing wave in this lower time frame, I think this is still uptrending. So that means the market is coming back to the Kijun Sen, and there's a good chance that the market will be supported by the Kijun Sen and it goes upwards afterwards. So that's the monthly chart. And looking at the weekly chart, it broke the previous low, and also the market broke this Senko span B level last week, which was quite significant. So yeah, looks like this is bearish on the weekly chart basis because we have consecutive downtrend, reverse in waves. We have reverse in waves like this, and this is downtrending, and it just broke the Kumo down, so it can continuously go down. Sorry, the market might retest this Senko span B and go down this way. So this is not the good timing to buy on the gold. Unless the market breaks the Kumo on the weekly chart basis, this is not the good time to buy because this is bearish. And actually I posted this analysis on this my new TradingView account. I posted the gold was it was a while ago, the 18th February. This was my analysis. So on the daily chart basis, the market was going down. So I said if it breaks the Senko span B level on the weekly chart, this is downtrending. And last week it happened actually. It broke the Kumo down. So I expect the market continuously go down this way. And looking at the daily chart, this is bearish now. we see Kumo down, and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen down, and Chikou span below the candles too. So, actually I'm looking for the sell chance next week on the gold, because this looks to be continuously downtrending. Yep, so let's see. So usually I follow the daily chart trend or 4-hour chart trends. So if you are like myself intraday to swing trader, then this is a good chance to sell. But yeah, as Mikidomo mentions, this is looks to be the bullish flag. So after this flag break, it might turn to bullish. So we'll see if it happens or not. This looks to be the bullish flag like this, and it might turn bullish afterwards at some point. It might be the market might drop down all the way to the previous low at this 1679 area and twist bullish afterwards too. We had the reversal line, the previous resistance becoming supports. So this is what I call the reversal line, and this is one of the psychological lines for the market to bounce. So it might bounce at this level, 1679 area. So when the market reaches to that level, we have to look it closely. And let's check the crude oil. This is uptrending still, the crude oil. And the monthly chart is just broke the Kumo upwards now. Kumo twisted bullish, and this is bullish momentum. And on the weekly chart, this is also bullish and stable bullish. We see Kumo uptrending, and also this is a very thick Kumo here. And everything's moving up. Chikou span also broke the Kumo here, and this is reaching back to 65.54% level here. So this is very interesting. The market might be resisted at this 65.54 because we had twice of resistance over here, and it might retrace backwards in the short term. Alright, and so let's move on to some indexes here. So as per monthly chart, Nikkei's been going up all the time, right? It's going all the way. But one thing is that the Kumo is too thin here on the monthly chart. You see Kumo is up, but this is very thin. So whenever you see this type of thin Kumo in any time frames, this is a sign of the overbought or overheated market. So when you see weak upwards like this, it might reverse backwards. So I have to be careful. And as per weekly chart, this is a stable uptrending. It's been on this bullish wave and goes up this way. So the market comes back to Tenkan Sen and bounce off of that line. The Chikou span above the candles, and it's got the wide gap in between Chikou span and candles too. So this is a stable uptrend. But once the market breaks the Kijun Sen, then this is no more bullish trend. And let's check the Dow Jones monthly chart. Alright, so Dow Jones monthly chart also uptrending because we see the Kumo up and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. And this one, Kumo is gaining thickness. This is the Senko span B and A are separating, and this is gaining thickness. So this is the sign of the stable uptrend. And also we had the engulfing bar, and it can break upwards this way as per this candlestick pattern. So let's come to the weekly chart. Yeah, the weekly shows uptrending also, and nice thickness of the Kumo here. So this is a stable uptrend. And on the weekly chart also we had the engulfing pattern here. The previous two candles are engulfed by this most recent candles high and low. So once it breaks, it can continue to move up. So let's just wait until the market breaks on this 32,100 level. That will be the topic for next week. And moving on to Nasdaq here. Yeah, the Nasdaq monthly chart is uptrending, but we have two consecutive doji candles. And the 2 weeks pointing upwards are much longer than the wicks pointing downwards, and this is a sign of reversal. So it might be resisted at this level, the psychological line of 14,000, and it might go backwards. It might go backwards to the Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen, but it might bounce off and goes up this way because the Kumo is uptrending and it's gaining its thickness. And Chikou span all the way above the candles, so this is a stable uptrend. So because of these pin bars, it might retrace backwards, but unless the market breaks the Kijun-sen, this is continuously uptrending. And let's check the S&P. Yeah, S&P 500, and this is a monthly chart, and this is also uptrending. Well, basically these indexes, US indexes, are basically uptrending now. So I think this is a still bullish. We have also the engulfing candle. So once it breaks, it can continuously move upwards. So let's check the Euro stocks here. Alright, Euro stocks monthly chart. This is range because the Kumo's bullish, but Kijun-sen has been flat, and Chikou span still too close to the candles. So this is range as per monthly chart. Also we have this outside bar. And let's check the weekly chart. Yeah, the weekly chart is flat ranging because the Kumo is flat. This is a divergence between Senko span B and A. Whenever you see this Senko span BA going opposite direction, this is flat Kumo. And also Kijun-sen flat. So looks like the market was supported, so resisted by this previous high on this doji candle. And last week it broke the previous doji candle downwards, so it might continuously downtrending or be in a range for a couple more weeks until it breaks above the previous high on this 3740 level. So that's the Euro stocks here. But this is gradually moving up. I mean, this is gradual uptrend, so it can still be on the N wave and breaks above. So let's check the UK 100. UK 100 on the monthly chart. Let's see. Oh, I don't see any lines, but we can talk about these candlestick patterns. So we have for the last previous couple of months, the 3 months, we have wicks pointing upwards. So this is a sign of resistance, and now this is in a range. There is no trend, it's in a range. And on the weekly chart, this is a range too. We have the candles kind of flat, and this Senko span A, I think it's flat, and Kijun-sen flat too, Tenkan-sen flat. So this is ranging. There's no trend on the FTSE 100, so this is not the entry timing yet. Okay, and let's move on to CAC France. Starting from the monthly chart, this is still the range because the Kumo is twisted bullish and there was a breakout of the previous high last month, but we still see Kijun-sen flat and Chikou span still too close to the candles, so it might come back to Kumo or Kijun-sen. So this is still range. So until we see the previous high breakout on this 61.17, this might still go up or down. Yep, so that's the CAC France. And on the weekly chart, this is still flat Kumo here. We also see this Senkou span A and B divergence here. So this is flat Kumo here. So although we see the Kijun-sen up and the Tenkan-sen up, and Chikou span above the candles, it might retrace backwards. So that means this might become a head and shoulders like this, and it might go down this way back to the Kijun-sen because of this Senkou span A and B divergence. Yeah, so let's see. So unless the market breaks previous high on this 58.34, you better hold. It's my opinion. Okay, so let's go to the Nifty. Okay, Indian Nifty index, this is the monthly chart, and this is uptrending. This is a nice I wave, and this is continuous uptrend. But we see Kumo is very thin here. The Kumo is very thin, and we have 2 wicks pointing upwards for the previous 2 months or this year. So it might reverse backwards anytime soon. So just be careful for this retracement on the monthly chart on Nifty here. And with that in mind, looking at the weekly chart, this is now flat Kijun-sen and flat Senkou span B. And the market retracing backwards now, so it might come back to the Kijun-sen. So unless the Kijun-sen points up, I don't think that will be a by chance. So for the last 2 weeks it's been bearish. So yeah, better wait for the Kijun-sen upward on the weekly, then look to buy. So let's go to Hansen index. Hansen monthly chart, this is still flat range because the Kumo flat and Kijun-sen Tenkan-sen up, but they are still in the Kumo here, and Chikou span is still very close to the candles. So the market was resisted at the previous high. This is 31.163 for last month candle. So this is ranging still. And as for weekly chart, we had the huge bearish candle last week. So it couldn't break the previous doji, but it went downwards all the way. So at this rate, it can come down to the Kijun-sen and Kumo flat. So this is retracing now. So unless the market breaks the previous high on this 31.163, this is still ranging. So it might go flat for a while and breaks above. So that's Hansen index. And moving on to the AU200, this is the monthly chart. Yeah, this is still flat Kijun-sen. Chikou span is still very close to the candles, and we have these weak highs over here, so this is ranging. And on the weekly chart, this is also flat Kumo because here once again we had the divergence on this Senkou span AB, and the Kijun-sen flat now, and the market resisted the previous high on this 68.95 level. so the market might retrace backwards to Kijun Sen, so this is not a good time to look for buy chance anymore. And let's check the DAX index. And the monthly chart shows this is still ranging also because the Kumo's up but Kijun Sen is still in the Kumo here. And Chikou span above the candles, so this is bullish momentum, but for direction wise this is flat ranging. And we have this engulfing candle too. These two candles is engulfing pattern, so unless the market breaks above at this 14,117, this is on hold. And with that in mind, I look at the weekly chart and this is found to be flat also. The Kumo flat, Kijun Sen is flat too, so this is still ranging. So the price might come back to Kijun Sen, so we have to wait until the Kijun Sen goes upwards, which most likely will happen after the break of the previous high at this 14,117 area. So that covers these indexes. So finally, let me do a review on the news next week, because next week is the first week of the month, so we have lots of big news. So Monday, March 1st, so we are going into March. We have CPI in Germany and also ISM manufacturing PMI in the US, and also ECB speech will be there. So from Monday we can expect the market volatility here. So Euro and USD we have to be careful Monday. And moving on to Tuesday, March 2nd, we have Aussie rate decision report, so that will be impacting AUD Aussie dollar pair. And also we have in Germany we have retail sales report and CPI in Euro itself, and Canadian dollars we have GDP report too. So that's pretty busy day on this Tuesday. And Wednesday we have another Aussie GDP report that can impact this Aussie pair. And also one of the important news for next week is this ADP employment change in the US. This can affect the USD, so to be careful on this USD pair. And also we have another ISM services PMI in the US too. So Wednesday will be the Aussie dollar and USD currency day. And moving on to Thursday, Aussie we have retail sales, and also in Euro there's a retail sales too, which is also very important news. And in the US there will be a Fed speech. And Friday we have, of course, this is the most important one for next week, which is non-farm payrolls in the US. So next Friday, watch out on this USD pair, and that's about it for next week. So once again, like I said before, every first week of the month we have big news, big events on these currency pairs. So make sure you have stop losses and make sure you watch this news before taking trades, and make sure you don't get caught by these huge spikes by the news, and make sure you don't lose your profit. Okay, so that covers the whole topic. So now, free conversation time. So yeah, let me come back to some comments now. Alright, so once again, thank you for joining everyone. So if you liked it, please press a good button before you leave, and please subscribe. Click the subscribe button and click the bell button so that you get notified as I do these analysis and videos every day. So looks like we have some trending markets on these Forex pairs. And also gold has been downtrending. So I think I will be busy trades next week. And also big news too. Alright, so let's see. Let me come back to some comments in the past. Let's see, number 9 says, Sensei, if I have a long ongoing, do I exit if the price breaks the Kijun Sen or the Tenkan Sen? Yeah, Kijun Sen break will be the exit timing. Because once the market breaks the Kijun Sen, then that will be the range in definition. The Kijun Sen should be flat and the market might retrace backwards to Kumo. So you want to exit at the Kijun Sen level. Can you tell me BNF secret strategy? I did talk about BNF strategies in the past, but I think I will create a new video about him and talk about his strategy more. Looks like the traders are still interested in the BNF trading strategies. So yeah, I can talk about it. Alright, so let's see. The next comment, I will pick one, is from Giorgio. He says, Mr. K, is it true that when the Kumo twist we have to check 26 bars in the past and see where was the price for, see if the signal is strong or not? When you see Kumo twist, then the thing that I check is if the market breaks the Kumo or not. Usually when the market breaks the Kumo, that's when the Kumo twists. But if the Kumo hasn't twisted yet at the Kumo breakout, then that means that is still, this might become fake Kumo breakout. But if you see Kumo breakout and Kumo twist, then this Kumo breakout is more trustable. And I don't really look at the 26 bars in the past. I would check if the price breaks the Kumo or not at that time, when the Kumo twists. And let's see. Alright, Elio says, any significance of the Chikou span in the Kumo? Yeah, when you see Chikou span still in the Kumo, that this is in the range still, in this long-term market momentum. Or super long, so super long market momentum. So Tenkan Sen shows the short term, Kijun Sen shows the mid-term, and Kumo Senko span B shows the long-term market momentum, and Chikou span to Kumo shows the super long-term market momentum. So let's say in this case, in this euro dollar here, for example, if I can backward the chart, when I see this Kumo breakout over here, this is a Kumo breakout, so this might be the beginning of the uptrend. So in the short, in the long term, this is bullish because the price went above the Kumo here. Well, actually the price went above the Kumo a couple of candles before, and now afterwards it went backwards, and now this is second Kumo breakout. But the Chikou span is still below the Kumo here. So in this super long term, this is still bearish because the Chikou span is still below the Kumo. So that means the Chikou span might be resisted by this Senko span A or B and goes backwards in this super long term market momentum. And let's see what happens afterwards. The Chikou span goes into the Kumo. So this is ranging in this super long term. And once the Chikou span comes above the Kumo, so let me forward the chart until there. Yeah, so you see Chikou span comes above the Kumo, and this is a sign of the uptrend in this super long term momentum. So you can be confident that the market goes up continuously afterwards. So that's the relationship between Chikou span and the Kumo here. Hold on, let me drink water. Yeah, so the Chikou span is very interesting. This is just shifted 26 candles backwards, but this is very powerful. If you can use Chikou span, it becomes very powerful. Sometimes Chikou span overlaps with the candles and it traces the previous candles, or it goes against the previous candles. I call it mirror structure. Chikou span moves in the mirror with the past candles, or it synchronizes with the past candles, and it's resisted or supported by the candles in the past or the Kumo. Let's see, the next one says a new normal. He says in the currency strings chart, AUD USD, Aussie dollar is the most volatile. Is it still safe to trade? Yeah, it's safe to trade. As long as you see trending market, then that's safe. Yeah, actually that's even better to take trades on this volatile market because you can set the break even soon. It's time effective. Alright, and yep, thank you for your comments and say hi to me. Thank you. Thank you for joining today. Yep, let's see. Can you please add KSC 100 in your indexes analysis? Yeah, I can check the KSC now. Let me come to index and add KSE 100. Alright, I just simply put the KSC here. Hold on, let's see. Let me find another symbol for that and I will add it later on. Can you review silver? Alright, let's check silver now. Yeah, let's compare the daily chart between silver and gold. Oh, by the way, platinum is strong. Platinum, I think this is the most strongest commodity about this metal commodity. This is retracing, but this is a stable, still uptrending because the price is above the Kijun-sen still. And so here is a gold. Sorry, this is silver. Sorry, XAG USD is a gold. Sorry, silver. And this one over here is a gold. So gold is more bearish than silver, clearly. So once again, this is gold and this is silver. Silver is more ranging. And as per weekly chart in silver, this is still above the Kijun-sen and Kumo here. And Chikou span touching with the candles on the weekly chart, this is flat ranging. And as per gold, on the weekly chart, it broke the Kumo and this is bearish. So yeah, we have, this is a clear difference. Let's see. Yep, good to see you here. Good to see you. Thank you for joining on this relaxing Sunday. Vindex. If you can remind me next week, that'd be great. Let me focus on the pairs and commodities indexes that are on my watch list for now. Let's see, Asif says, "Hi Kay, I know you trade currency. Do you trade any commodities or indexes? I know you analyze them all as people are interested, but I was wondering if you also trade them." I do take trades on these commodities, but not indexes. Yeah, especially I take trades on gold. But recently I haven't taken it because it's been ranging. So yeah, for me it's been ranging, so I didn't have a chance to take trades. But now this is downtrending, so I'm looking to sell now. Yeah, I'm looking to sell on gold. What's the economy calendar you use? Oh, this is the fxstreet.com. This is fxstreet.com up here is the name for the website. This is very useful, so easy to understand and identify these news. So this is my favorite website for the news. Yeah, this week might be interesting. Yeah, that's true. We see some trending markets and pairs, and also gold's going down. So that will be an interesting week next week, or actually this week already. Yeah. Can I learn how to use Ichimoku from you? Yeah, of course. That's what I do every day on my YouTube channel. So you can follow me and refer to my analysis by this Ichimoku indicator. And especially if you are interested to learn the depth of Ichimoku, then you can always welcome to join my Ichimoku community. This is a monthly subscription with $30 per month. And you can get all the perks. So as Jorun put the link to the website, you can click on that one on the chat, and you can access to the page to see all these perks on the community. Yeah, number 9, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, yeah, so in this case, I don't think the gold's gonna go up. This is downtrending. This is reversing the wave. Consecutive reversing the wave exactly from this day. So there's no sign of uptrend. So I will look to short next week. From the 6th of January, it's been downtrending. It now broke the previous low, and the Senko Span Bio weekly chart is broken. So I expect the market continue to go down this way. And if the Kumo goes flat and Kijun Sen goes flat, then I won't look for the sell chance anymore. I will stop looking for the sell chance. Let's see, question: in a Kumo breakout strategy, I have to check the Chikou if it is the cloud or not. No, you don't have to. You can check the candlestick breakout of the Kumo, but the Chikou span don't have to break the Kumo at that time. Yeah, number 9 and Elio and Anthony, you're welcome. very interesting and informative analysis which we can all make use of next week. Sure. So yeah. So we can so always make sure you are in the trend direction. When Ichimoku says it's a trend, then you can still be in a trade. If Ichimoku says no trend, then no trades. That's it. Yeah, break even will be 1 to 1. Yeah. So that will be no gain, no loss, break even. Hello Brigitte and Dalian, thank you for joining here. Good to see you. Noel says, hi Kay, can you give me a live tour of your apartment someday? Oh, sure, I can. Yeah, I will clean the room and give you the live tour of my apartment someday. Yeah, and then you will see how Japanese apartment looks like. Yeah, Brigitte, you can always look back the archive. Yep, Shanti, good to see you here. And Asif, you're welcome. Let's see, let me pick up some other questions here. Let's see. Alright, LK Hagwa says, I have a question. Hold on. I have a question. Is US Treasury bond yield main reason for Aussie dollar becoming bearish? I think so. But I think Aussie is also becoming bearish, and that's why. Hold on. Let me check the Aussie dollar now. Once again. So yeah, last Thursday, Friday, it went downwards. It went down all the way, like 300, like more than 300 pips. It went down all the way. It was retracing huge. And let's see, on the currency strings from last Friday, the Aussie was very weak and USD was very strong, and that's why it made this currency pair to move down this way so much. Let's see. Okay, number 9 says, if Kijun-sen flat and Senko span B also flat, while Tenkan-sen and Senko span A is still pointing up. Okay, Tenkan-sen, Senko span A up, and Senko span B, Kijun-sen flat. Okay, does it mean there will most likely be a pullback soon? I think so, yeah. If Kijun-sen is flat, then the price might come back to Kijun-sen. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Zoom Cafe, it's under schedule, so I will let you know when it happens. Yeah, that's a monthly event in Ichimoku community, so... And I will be visiting Dubai soon. I think it's gonna be happening next week. I will be in Dubai for at least 4 weeks, or maybe 5 weeks. I will be in Dubai. Then I do the Ichimoku Zoom Cafe. I'm thinking to bring the laptop and I'm thinking to buy a new screen, and I will live streaming from there next week. So the time zone will be much better for me than doing it in Japan, but the live stream schedule won't change. So that you know when it happens every day. Simple relaxation. Thank you for joining. Good to see her. Thank you for joining here for the first time. Yeah, gold hour is flat, so I think we have to wait for the downtrend continuously. I don't use Heikin Ashi, so I'm not sure. Well, I used to use it, but I don't use it anymore. I prefer candlesticks more than Heikin Ashi because I wanna see these wicks on the candles. And also price action is also important for me. Yeah, I will talk about BNF a bit more on my future video. When the price reaches 1-to-1, then I move the stop loss. Oh, you don't want to do that actually. When you move the break even is when you confirm the market goes towards the direction. So that means when you see N wave or any sort of market direction towards you, then you move it to break even. No, there is no Ichimoku meeting today. The next meeting will be scheduled on the next on this Thursday. And I will schedule the Ichimoku Zoom Cafe in the month of March soon. Let's see. Oh, Noel says, "Hi Kay, sometimes I see traders on YouTube use measuring sticks like the pull of the bullish flag to expect where the price is going after the breakout. Do you also use that?" I don't use that one. I only use the lines, and for the drawing I use the Fibonacci lines, but I don't use these flag tools or these pattern tools I don't use. Yep. Alright, OZJP right now is trending up on the weekly chart. Yeah, on the weekly basis this is uptrending, OZJP, but in the daily chart it's retracing. It dropped all the way to the Kijun Sen. So let's see if it's going to be supported by the Kijun Sen and goes up or not. If it breaks, then no trade. It might retrace back to the Kumo, so no trade. And I think this is still uptrending. So let me look into the 4-hour chart. In 4-hour chart, this is, hold on, let me delete these lines. It's reaching towards the previous low. of 81.77 area, and it's about to break the Kumo. So in the forward chart, this is the Senko span B, and in the daily chart, this is the Kijun-sen area. So if it breaks the previous low also, then I will switch mindset to look to sell. But if it still continues to go up, then I will look for buy chance afterwards. So this is exactly the point whether to take buy or not. Or the market might consolidate. It might consolidate, and that will be no trade. So every time I create these scenarios, if the market goes up, then what should I do? If the market goes down, then what should I do? If it goes in the range, then what should I do? You have to create 3 scenarios every time in your mind. Yeah, number 9, you're welcome. You're welcome. Night Fury, thank you for the comment. So, when are you shifting to Dubai? If it's earliest, then it should be, I will be moving it permanently in April for now. So now I have established a company in Dubai. So, and also I have entry permit to Dubai. So the next step is I physically go to Dubai and give the passport to the embassy, and they give me the stamp. So, but I have to be there physically until I receive the passport back with the stamp, and for that it takes about 4 weeks or 5 weeks. So I will be staying there from next week, and then come back to Japan and pack everything up and move to Dubai permanently. So it should happen soon. Hello Melanie, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Thank you for joining. Yeah. So let's see. Let me pick up some comments here for the questions and comments here. Let's see. Is it necessary to check the dollar index before trading USD pairs? I don't really check dollar index, so I don't really care about it. As long as there's a trend, I just take it and take trades towards that direction, as per Ichimoku. Joe Paul says, hello sensei, I'm new in Ichimoku theory. Are we allowed to open positions buy if the price is under Kumo cloud? Thank you. No, it's not recommended. The price should be above the Kumo to buy. Above Kumo, above Kijun-sen, and Kumo should point up and Kijun-sen should point up and buy. If the price is below the Kumo, below the Kijun-sen, then that will be the sell chance, not the buy chance. Oh, Forever, thank you for the reminder. Yeah, so if you liked today's live stream so far, please press a good button before you leave so that it keeps me going. Why you believe in Ichimoku? That's a good question. So, and there's a bit of story behind. I originally didn't use Ichimoku. I was using other indicators. I was using moving average and other like paid indicators in the lines. I used to use Heikin Ashi too, and all sorts of indicators I used to use. But I was not winning. I was losing. And I lost one account. And on the second account, I lost it like 50%. 50% I lost it on the second account. And that's when I stopped trading with my strategy. So I redo my strategy from scratch, and that's when I first applied Ichimoku. And Ichimoku with the price action, I started to trade, and I had some decent results. And then after I started to look at these multiple time frames with Ichimoku, then actually that gave me profit in the long term. So yeah, but before I thought Ichimoku is too complicated, too sophisticated, so I was kind of staying away. I was like, why Kumo shifted to the future, why Chikou span is going backwards, and it doesn't make sense. I was thinking like that. So sometimes I deleted the Chikou span, I didn't use the Chikou span, or sometimes I deleted the Kumo. I was only looking at the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen as if I look at the moving average, but it didn't work that way until I read the original books. So now I like Ichimoku, and this is my backbone of my strategy. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, everyone, to see you. Why are you moving to Dubai? Because of the pollen in Japan? Exactly. Exactly. No, that's not the only reason, of course. Yeah, I don't like pollen, so especially at this time I don't like it. So I'm happy to go to Dubai soon, but yeah, basically there are three reasons. One is the time zone to trade. Dubai has, better advance in time zone, because in Japan I cannot see New York session, especially towards the end of New York session I cannot take trades, but in Dubai I can. And in Asian session it doesn't really move anyways, so as per time zone, I think it's good, better than Japan. And also information, investing opportunities I have more in Dubai, because that's where investors are from every place. And the third reason is a tax-free. In Japan, if I take trades and if I withdraw the money to my bank account, then I get taxed 20%, 20% if I use the local Japanese brokers. But if I use outside broker from Japan, then I have to pay 50% tax, 50% tax for overseas broker in Japan. So that's another reason why I want to move to Dubai. Yeah, it will be definitely warmer than Tokyo. Yeah, much warmer. I like the cold temperature though. I like the cold temperature because I feel the winter. In Dubai, it's been warm. Throughout the year, it's been warm, which is good. But sometimes I think I will miss snow. I will miss the cold weather. So in that case, I will either come back to Japan or I will come to other countries to feel the winter season. Yeah. But thank you for the words. Yeah, hopefully I will move to Dubai for good. Yeah. Yeah, Anthony, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. What is your average investment return per month? Usually it's in between 10 to 20%. In the month of February, that was 11.4% return. And I take these major forex pairs, major minor forex pairs. Yeah, the silver is in the range. Hold on, let's see. Let me quickly look at it again. So, yeah, silver right now is, hold on, the daily chart, it's the range market. It's been going up and down. There's no direction, so no trades on silver now. Ichimoku is definitely more consistent and more time efficient. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Because when it's in the market in the range, then simply I avoid looking at this. I don't want to spend time in the range market to take trades. So I prefer to look at the trending market like this. It's going down, and it can continue to go down. But in the market, in the range like this, it might go up and down, and we don't know which way it's going. So better to avoid looking at these markets and spend time. Oh, thank you, Joran, for the answer for the trading view. Let's see. Lucian says, from your experience, what do you think about the Kumo breakout and what time frame is better? Daily chart will be better for Kumo breakout. The lower the time frame, the less reliability becomes on the Kumo breakouts. So better to take daily or weekly Kumo breakout. But make sure you have Tenkan Kijun Sen cross and Chikou span breakout before the Kumo break. Let's see. Nifty says, any old Japanese mentor there in Japan about candlestick chart master? I know only Steve Nielsen, but you talk about Ichimoku. Yeah, there are lots of traders who teaches these candlestick patterns in Japan. And we have lots of books that talks about the candlestick patterns too in Japan. And also Ichimoku. I used to study the original book of the candlestick pattern too from Muneshima Honma or Sokyu Honma. I used to study that too. And I prefer to use what you call Sakata Goho. Sakata Goho is the major 5 candlestick patterns, and that's basically what I use on my analysis. For example, engulfing breakout, head and shoulders, and doji candlestick, and double top, double bottom. Yeah, thrust up and down, runways. These are the type of Sakata Goho candlestick patterns, and these are my favorites. Come to Canada, lots of snow. Yeah, that's a good idea. I want to snowboard there. I heard the quality of the snow is very good in Canada. So I used to ski and snowboard when I was a child. So I miss this snow. Well, actually in Dubai there is a inside like ski field. In the Emirates Mall there is a inside ski, so I can feel the snow there, but that's not real. I want to feel the real snow in the mountain in winter time. We will miss the food back in Japan. I think so. So if that's the case, I will come back to Japan temporarily and enjoy the food in Japan. I think I will miss ramen. That will be the most. And also sushi, perhaps, like fresh sushi. I miss it. Why not come to Singapore? Yeah, Singapore, I was thinking about it too, but I decided to move to Dubai because of the time zone. Yeah, Singapore, capital gain in Singapore is also tax-free, but I think Dubai is better for time zone. Yeah, Joe Paul, you're always welcome to join Ichimoku community, sure. Good luck in Dubai. Thank you, Mikedomo, for the comment. Let's see. Kei-san, are you using the default setting of Ichimoku in TradingView? Yes, I do. Yeah, MT4, MT5, they offer the wrong displacement for Ichimoku, but TradingView is good. This is correct in its displacement of Ichimoku. So I used to I emailed this MetaQuartz to correct the Ichimoku displacement as Japanese trader who uses Ichimoku. I used to email, but I just got one brief answer. He says, it said, "Thank you for the message. That's it." And then they don't correct the displacement into 4 into 5. So now I offer the correct displacement of these indicators on the Ichimoku community. So once you're in the community, then you can use the correct displacement of Ichimoku. But TradingView, it's correct, so you can use TradingView Ichimoku for good. Let's see. Noel says, I heard that you read the original Goichi Hosoda books multiple times. What was it like the first time? Oh, if you talk about it, the first time when I read the book, that was too complicated. I mean, it didn't make any sense to me. It was like reading a novel. He tells a lot about his story when he was in a newspaper manager, and he also talks lots about Buddhism and the philosophy of how he perceived the world. He talks about it too. So I think you have already watched the video from 1 to 5 part of Ichimoku, and he talks about philosophy like surrender to the market or times everything in the world. Take positions as if you don't have any positions. He talks about these. And he mentions about the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and Kumo Chikou span, how they are calculated, and how he came up with these lines. But yeah, it was for me, it was very difficult to grasp the concept first time. Because he doesn't really write like a straight, like his way of describing the Ichimoku or the market is very vague and yeah, not to the point. So that's why I read many times to understand what really he's trying to say. So in Ichimoku community, there is one book called Ichimoku Basic Master Book, which talks about 5 lines, and that one I wrote it myself, and with my understanding of these original books, I wrote it. But I try to write it. I try to describe how Gochi Hosoda described the Ichimoku as much as possible. So yeah, in that book, it's not straight. So let's say, for example, like he says, so this is bearish because the price is below Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and Senko span B. And yeah, so this is basically what I say. So Chikou span below the candles too. So this is bearish until the market comes above the Kijun-sen. That's how he says. That's how he describes about the market. And he doesn't really talk about where to buy, where to sell on this original book. So that's kind of interesting to read. And he doesn't talk what if the market goes above the Kijun-sen. Then he simply says this is the end of the downtrend in this midterm, and when the market breaks the Tenkan-sen, then this is the end of the downtrend in the short term. When the market breaks the Kumo, Senko span B, then this is the end of the downtrend in this long term. And that's it. And the lines go on, and the lines go on like that. So it was difficult to grasp. So where to buy, where to sell, what should I do? What should I do when the price in between the Kumo and Kijun-sen? Then what should I do? I was asking myself these questions, and that was my first impression. Let's see. Okay, number 9 says, I like Ichimoku due to its simplicity and consistency once you get to know how it works. Yeah. That's true. But until you find how it works, it might be difficult. Yeah, I think it's about, it's for anything. Unless you get it, it's difficult. Even price action, the market goes down because of these stop loss hunts. And until I get this concept, I didn't know why the market goes down or up. Of course, there are sellers coming in, but initially, so for me, this daily chart, last Friday's 26 bar, the market went down, not due to sellers coming in, but the market went down because it broke the previous low. And that means the market took these stop losses and went down. So I can hear the scream of these traders who are buying it over here, or who have been buying and putting the stop loss at this level. So until you get this concept, it might be difficult to understand. And same is true in Ichimoku. Hello Ruselvin, thank you for joining, good to see you here. Thank you for joining. Come to Istanbul? Yeah, I will. I want to visit. I want to visit there too. Nifty said, I want to learn with you with your classes. Oh yeah, so I have 2 services. One is Ichimoku Community. This is monthly subscription, $30 per monthly basis, and you can learn the essence of Ichimoku here. And on the other hand, I have this GTS, this is Global Trading School. This is only up to 5 members and face-to-face meetings and 3 months. And there are one-on-one sessions too. So there is only 1 seat left from the April session. So you can check details from the link below the description, and you can reach me whenever you're interested. Yeah, so before the live stream starts today, there was a GTS class. And we had nice discussion on the psychology and also my strategy on multiple time frames. And I think what's the most interesting, what's the most important on this hands-on class is the mentorship. So as you take trades and as you keep taking screenshots, I exactly tell you what's right and what's wrong on your trades and what to do, and you can improve your trades that way. So that's my hands-on trading here. And I want the class to be small, up to 5 members. I don't want to take more than 5 members because I want to keep it small and close, and I want to be hands-on. Otherwise it becomes meaningless. I cannot track, if I have like many members, then I cannot track each member's trades and results. So yeah, that's why I keep it up to 5 members, and there's only 1 seat left from April, May, June, 3 months. So yeah, that's another service that I do. Alright, Anthony says, my charts used to look wrong in MT425. Thank goodness that your trading view, Kumo thickness, etc. now looks the same as mine. That's good. Yeah, you want to have the correct indicator, correct Ichimoku. Well, actually, I used to use Ichimoku in MT425 with wrong displacement. But to be honest, I didn't see huge difference in outcome. But now I use TradingView to analyze and take trades on MT5. Lucien says, what is your opinion about institutional trading? Are there many YouTubers who promote this type of trading? I think it's good to train yourself. I think it's good to train yourself as an institutional trader. But for me, I have been a full-time and individual trader. I never manage someone's money, and I'm never into these institutions. So to be honest, I'm not sure how it's like. And until I come to YouTube about 2 years ago, I didn't have any traders friends in Japan. I don't have still. And I don't have any supports from other traders. So basically I was kind of lonely trader until I started to share my knowledge and experience on YouTube. So, and institutional trading in Japan is not that famous, so I'm not sure how it's like, to be honest. Yeah, Duan, if you can type in English, that would be great. But there is no Japanese course, unfortunately. All these courses are in English only. Okay, Juan says, can you show the time theory in TradingView? And after 917, for example, do we wait for the price to go back to Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, or is there going to be price action near those numbers? Yeah, there will be like price actions, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen bounces to these numbers. And let me talk about it sometime next week. Or from Monday, I will talk about it. Yeah, for now, let me just talk Ichimoku in general, because I think I will be ending the live in about 10 minutes. So, yeah, Noel, you're welcome. About the Ichimoku original book. Hold on, let me show it to you. Hold on. Okay, so I think you can see this original book now here. So this is Ichimoku Kinko-hyo. It says Ichimoku Kinko-hyo in Chinese character, and it says complete version. So among 5 books out there, this is one of them. This is Ichimoku Complete. So if you can read Japanese, this is the one you want to get. It's got the original book inside, and also charts. I think there are 5 charts attached. So let me pull these ones. So there are like 5 charts, or I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, there are 6 charts like this. If I open it, then there will be charts. These are copy of Goichi Hoso's handwriting, because back then there was no PC. Every candlestick and lines were handwritten. So these are 6 original copy of Goichi Hosoda's original handwriting of the charts. And also he explained about these charts on this original book here. So this is the original book, and this is Ichimoku Complete. So there is Ichimoku Kinko-hyo, Ichimoku Complete, Ichimoku Weekly, and my best keifu, my best candlestick pattern. So there are 5 books originally that are out in public now. And I heard that the Ichimoku Weekly is now available in PDF only. There is no original copy anymore, but you can still get it in the PDF format. So this is one, that's good. And also, I think you might know this one, but this is from Sasaki Hidenobu, or Hidenobu Sasaki. This is another Ichimoku book here, and he talks about, he doesn't really talk about the 5 lines, but he talks about the price theory, time theory, and chart pattern. So this is another good one to read if you can read Japanese. And I don't think there is a English version. I think there is only Japanese version to it. So, but this is good to read. So this is another Bible of mine. So yeah, Noel, you're welcome. You're welcome. So yeah, it's an interesting story. So I never read Ichimoku original books, and nothing made sense until I read it. So now I have reading this one maybe 20 or more times, 30 times maybe I read it. So still I'm learning it. I'm also a student of Ichimoku. Like everyone else, the learning journey never ends. So every time I read, I enjoy very much. And it applies to the life also. It's applicable to life or anything that you do. So I get better on trading, and I get better on my businesses, and I get better on my life management also, which is interesting but universal, I think. Okay, so I guess I will be ending the live stream soon. It's been about 2 hours, so thank you for joining and participating on this long live stream today. Yeah, this will be posted on my YouTube channel. Well, actually, everything is saved in the archive, so you can enjoy my past YouTube sessions, live sessions like this. Everything is saved on the archive. Yeah, and yeah, you're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. So yeah, hope to catch some trends next week. And until I see you next time, please stay healthy, everyone, and have a great rest of your weekend. And I hope you're having a great rest of Sunday. So please sleep well, and charge yourself, and get ready to take trades next week. So we'll see you again. Alright, so bye for now, everyone. Mata ne. And I say mata ne is meaning see you in Japanese. So mata ne, everyone. Thank you. Stay gold.